the hash marks when you drive in, you can't.
That's right, I saw that, I saw that.
They parked there and blocked everybody that wasn't.
Can we put a big, I mean, when the post is out, do not park here?
You could just make
Well,
signs.
they should park there
right
anywhere, but, we've had them parking in front of their posts anyway. Even with them in the ground, so we're gonna do, metal signs, just saying no parking at any time.
Okay, so that's a really good suggestion, and maybe I'll see John on Monday, and maybe he can put that in the notes.
And somebody just has to open the gate down at the person.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you, good suggestion.
It's a great plus for the town to have that ball parking field.
Yes, because we never played ball on it.
My kids used to.
The last time I heard, talk to Pete Patton about when the last time it was used for any kind of ball thing was over 12 years ago. It's not been used for softball, baseball, in 12 years.
We used to have intramural softball between the different towns, and that went away a long time.
I love pickleball.
Yes.
There was people playing out there this Sunday, a couple Sundays ago in the afternoon, whole big
I'm
group.
talking about formal. I don't
No,
know about-
organized.
A lot of people go out there, but formal,
Yeah.
scheduled use.
Would be
So-
something we could promote.
It's not the right one.
So are there any additional questions about the rec report? We probably need to go back and put the pace setter numbers on it, Sean.
Well, I will say, I can give it to you as an addition, but we don't need to add pace setters to this report because it's not actually regular report. But we can add it in as a supplement, if that makes sense.
Well, I think we need to keep count of that. I don't know how the council and, because it's a participation we're providing
Yeah, but
for.
it's not a town,
It's not sponsored by us.
So
Sponsored, right.
it's added as a supplement piece, just not actually in the formal report here.
So
Okay.
is your
Yeah.
Emerald Outback numbers including Enduro or not?
No,
Okay.
that's just trouble.
Okay, okay.
On this report, for that road, I'm understanding, Robbie said that they came to him and said they're getting ready to come through from Eagle's Nest. Have we gone to them and told them about Buckeye and see if we can get that? I mean, we're the closest rec center for them as well as fitness center.
They're very much aware of what goes on Beach Mountain. I
Okay.
mean, those guys we talked to they know exactly about everything on the beach.
And we have taken our rec card and distributed it at the Eagle's Nest, I guess their main office. So that's about all we can do. We
Okay.
can't just go door to door, but.
Right, of course.
And even their security guard at their main gate, we give them to them too.
Okay.
Just hand out to people as they come in, but, I think we need to just do that more often.
I only know one family over there, and they're getting ready to move in January, and they are very interested in all of Beach Mountain.
What is the income POS? I know what POS stands for, point of sale, but point of sale of what? In the daily revenue totals?
So that would be, non-measures coming in, just paying.
The software.
Fee, whether it's a map.
1,700.
Oh, that's total. That's total, but then we have a breakdown of maps and daily use non-member check-in.
Correct, so that.
Okay, so that
So that adds up to
adds
1776.75.
Okay, got it.
It really doesn't.
In online, no, well, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Is online sales the,
That's, yeah, people going through our website and either purchasing their pass or, signing up for a fitness class and then they come in and they're ready.
oh, okay.
How
And
forward.
one thing, let's see, so you asked about the Emerald Outback numbers for the growth. One of the things that we have found that we're missing a lot of numbers on is a lot of resort users, when they go to the Emerald Outback, they don't go down the road to the main trailhead. There's a trail that goes directly in from the summer road. So we're missing actually a ton of numbers that just by summary use. So we might have to look at changing where the counter is.
Make
It's
two
just
of them?
that yeah, and we've got a spare that we can move around, so we might put that up next summer just for the summer months in that area to kind of count that.
A good number for the resort to know too. Who's leaving
Yeah, how
the
many-
property and going to Emerald Outback.
Sounds good. And I had led the hike down at Lower Pond Creek, and there was a camera down there on a tree. Is that
It's a
something?
camera, it's not a camera.
Okay,
Yep. We've got one on that trail too.
okay, okay. Okey-doke. Anyone have any more questions about the rec report? Okay. Event recap. National Night Out.
Sure. So just kind of wanted to speak on this event. Really the police department, we had fire department, we had Wings came and set up the helicopter. We were there with a little Nerf section. It was all at the ski resort. If you were able to come by, you saw it was really a successful event. There's a lot of people there. It was a lot of fun. Nice weather for it. And so yeah, I think next year is Ben Rock out again.
Then that's next year.
And so then they'll come back to us in 2021. So if you got a chance, great. Jimmy was out with his food truck, just handing out pieces. So,
Yes,
It was good.
and it was
Yeah.
good.
It's good pizza.
And I mean, we had I thought a really good turnout,
Better than the travel inside.
especially for a Tuesday.
Well done.
A red Tuesday.
Good job.
Yeah.
So the Beach Mountain Euro.
Yes. So, and I finally got a video of the race here. Just kind of show you that.
the channel that's on TV?
Yes, I believe they can. We had one little revision to make, and then Tally, I think, was posting it on her side. Then I can give it to Kathy to put on.
I think it
I
was.
saw it roll through their Facebook page too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah,
And who took those photos? That guy Hunter?
Vinny.
Yep.
Yep.
So they did the video for us. So we had over 200 riders registered, 196 ended up racing. $15,880 just in registration, after expenses and our portion and everything that we divided out, $5,600 came to us. And we actually, this year, we had about $1,750 in sponsorships. We have Fred's Mercantile, Twin Oaks Landscaping, Brick Oven, Headquarters Bike Shop down in Tynecastle, and
10. 10 was the sponsor at stage 2.
who,
510.
510, yeah. They did prizes, not money. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, and Pelham Pig. He did.
Pelham.
So that, the sponsors went to what, put the race on?
So that money went back into the pot to help us offset our costs. 'Cause it's, to do this event, it's about $6,000 with timing and hats. So we really want to go after more sponsors next year just to kind of help offset even more. But I mean, it's a lot of fun, and if you're out there and selling it, well, you did.
I was there.
Yeah.
Kelly's there in her hammock and Billy came.
I saw that hammock in a picture and went, how did you do that?
Why did I be there an hour early, so I took a nap, you know?
So we had some hard rain on Friday, so practice day Saturday was nice and slick, and then Sunday.
It was
real slick
perfect.
still. Yeah. But racers, they loved it, so.
They loved
it's
it.
harder,
And you know, I noticed as I walked out from stage 2, because I started right there at the Run Mountain Overlook, was starting on there at stage 2. As I walked out the trail, really it was in great shape. I didn't see some things that I'd seen before, big ruts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it was really packed down and,
yeah. I've been back through the trailer ride myself, couldn't even tell the race everyone.
yeah, I was highly impressed with that,
I
yeah.
was actually pretty impressed with that too.
So the 5,600, where does that go?
So we're going to kind of keep that, and that for us is going to get back into the trail system, whether it's that trail or another trail. We use the money.
So not to Shane Park, to,
Yes.
The trail
system.
Trails,
Okay.
because last year it went to Shane Park.
No,
No?
no, it's still kind of, we just took in money last year, but
Okay.
this time it's
And I,
just getting more
So
trouble.
that'll
but
just
we've
do
got
more construction, or?
It could be construction, it could be repair, maintenance, and, you know, really at this committee, we could even talk about if maybe there's something we want to buy, a piece of equipment, start storing some sort of deal. You know, mini excavator, about $25,000, so, you know, say, do that event for a few years and try to save money.
Okay.
So
Is
there
there
might
any
be,
money we need for the machine that we have that works on it? Any tool, any attachments?
right now, we've got 5 total attachments that we've already purchased, and I think we're in a pretty good spot with that piece of equipment. So nothing, I wouldn't say we do not need anything new for that one at this point. It's working great, getting a lot of use out of it, and the auger that we just bought, Sean's been using, Public Works has already been using it. They're working on our arbor at Grassy Gap right now, using the auger just to help set posts. So, it's been a good thing to have.
That belongs to the rec department?
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
I read in the minutes, we were talking about signs, putting up
Yes, the
signs.
map.
And is that already budgeted out and set to go, or?
We're going to get that one in just a little bit.
Oh,
actually. You just jumped ahead.
Jumped ahead.
No, good event, and another thing, it's a really great event that we're working with the ski resort, doing more things with other people in the town, so it's not just us, you know,
Yeah,
it's the town and the resort working together to put on something, and, I mean, that many people in town, they have to stay somewhere.
So, how much of an increase from last year is the 196? Do you know, or?
Yes, last year we had 163.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's good, awesome, okay.
okay.
Go to the next one.
Upcoming events.
So on October 3rd, we have a guest speaker, Dr. Joy James. She's a professor at ADJOURNMENT, and she's going to lead a nature journaling, basically, or a one-on-one class. So that'll be at the Rec Center. That's something new. Marissa's working with her to put that on this year. So if you're around, please join us for that one. And I'm just, basically, I'm going to kind of run through these upcoming events, just to let you guys know what is going on. And if you're around, come volunteer or participate, either one.
How would you volunteer in that? I mean, she's,
Oh, that one just coming.
okay,
Okay.
good.
But the hayride, now that one. Back again, it's our leaf liquor hayride. It's a Saturday, October 5th. That'll be at the rec center. And we'll have the apple cider, so we'll be making apple cider with the apple press that's there again. Fun games, activities, the hayride, the whole 9 yards. So that one's always a great one. And the trees are changing quite a bit down there, so
Yeah.
should be
Yep.
pretty. Then again, we're going to our sip and paint class. The little changes with this one is it's not going to be on a canvas this year. I think Kate's been looking up some different ideas, and I think it's going to be some reclaimed wood painting, so it's going to be a little different, but
Nice.
still kind of same thing. Then our fall wine hayride, and I believe if I heard Kate right, we are already booked out.
Yep.
As of yesterday.
It's
Wow.
really fun.
Yeah. And
It's really nice to get the ride home, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that ride back is interesting.
we started discussing, should we do 2 shuttles, shuttle them down a little quicker, drop them off, come back, because I think we could fill up 2 buses. I mean, sorry, not buses, but 2 trailers. So we as the workers will just be shuttling nonstop, but everybody else can kind of be there for a while. Or it could be just more of the relaxation like we've had before, drive down and you hang out for about 2 hours and then you come back, so.
App State plays like day at home.
Yeah.
And there's also the Woolen Worm Festival that weekend and Valley Christmas Fair.
A lot of stuff going on. That's
A lot of
awesome, because
stuff.
they'll be up here for that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Good
But
one.
as I said, we're already booked up, which I was really shocked on that. It's not even, barely in September. So,
Charging
Things are
enough.
changing.
$15 though, that's
I do.
But it's fun. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, does that include the wine?
But that includes your wine tasting.
Oh, okay.
one place.
Ah,
I thought it was more than
No,
that. That's right, you
it's-
have to go back and get a second glass.
You gotta buy a second glass,
Um,
right?
The very first year,
Yeah.
they unloaded and they said, here you go, have it. Then I think the second year is when they kept it a little more formal and only did a glass or so.
Okay.
But for them to do it, it's $12 or $10, and then so we're making a little profit off of it.
Good.
Then our community pumpkin carving. So if you want to come, and actually Kelly was talking to Kate and I the other day about we might move it from the rec center up to Fraser because they were wanting to do this as well. So it might be kind of another way we could do sort of an outreach and work with another business on the mountain.
Sounds good.
So,
What night of the week is that? Thursday?
Wednesday.
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 Can we get her to be open?
yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm meeting with
You
her,
go.
so I will work on that. She went from
Every day.
7 days to, it just wasn't working out, to Thursday through Sunday. And then
What
she's
are
the
you
only one on the
talking
mountain.
For
around
Annie at
Fraser's.
Fraser's.
She's
Oh.
the only one on the mountain open late.
That's true.
Thursday,
That's true.
Friday and Saturday. Past 8 o'clock, our beach mountain midnight.
Yeah.
Sure, it'd be nice just to get a burger some nights at 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Can't even get food.
Then October 25th, so again on Friday, it's going to be the Halloween event. We have called and checked with all, YMCA, we know better when there's on Christmas, on Halloween. So we really looked at, should we do the Friday after Halloween, or should we do the Saturday before, and it just, we felt, no, let's keep it on this Friday, and maybe it'll actually turn out to be a plus for us, and we'll have a lot of people coming out early. Because I know we had talked last year about maybe moving it to a Saturday, but again, it was, if we're going to have any businesses, which really, I think we've had more residents in the past year or so.
Thanks for changing the time.
For the
The
trail.
the trail,
Yeah.
whatever you call it, dusty trail treat.
Yeah.
Because the parents complained that they couldn't get home in time to get here by 5 o'clock.
So that's why
No, I agree.
we're wanting to change the time and just make people just stay longer. I think before it used to be it was 5 to 6. So if we move to 6 to 7, have it going on, and they can still do the party inside. We're going to do tickets this year for the haunted house, like kids just go through once. The reason being, as the little bit older kids have gone through it a few times, they start ruining it for the others. And then you start to act up, so they get a ticket to go through once.
Are you still gonna do that inside, or are you gonna do it outside on the ball field since it's not
The haunted house?
trail?
or the-
Yeah,
The haunted house will still be inside, we have to have a way of hanging all the props and stuff.
Okay.
Could be snowing.
But are we gonna be inside again with
For the trail,
the trail? I thought that worked really well.
yeah, I think that's kind of what Kate and Marissa were leaning towards. It's a little easier setup, all hands around. That way they're also inside, everybody's coming inside rather than getting lost outside. And again, the weather's always a factor, so.
Yeah.
So I think last year when it was inside, people actually enjoyed that.
It was excellent.
and you mentioned, I didn't hear, it's on a night that nobody else is having, okay,
We could, nobody that we found anyway.
okay, perfect.
Food's still theirs on Halloween night, the YMCA is, I think, doing theirs on that Saturday. So we should be running one on Friday night.
Okay.
And then our trivia night. Last year was the first time we did this. We kind of made a mistake. We were scheduled on the same night that the club did their party. And I'll say we had 6 to 10 people, but it was a lot of fun actually. So we decided let's move it to a different night. Hopefully we'll get some more people. The questions were really hard. And I said maybe we should make it a little easier, but the people that were there, they loved how hard they were, and some of them actually had the answers.
Trivia, they
Oh,
like
man,
it to be
yeah.
hard.
So the only,
Singles too
there
easy.
is another trivia night that same day. It's Better Up Cafe. They do a trivia night. So there were enough things going on. We had to schedule on something. So again, then we're going to shoot for people up here to come visit us. And it'll be in the haunted house. So we kind of tear down a portion of it and keep everything in the haunted house and keep the lights off. So it's still pretty neat.
That's pretty good.
It's an ambiance around it. It's pretty fun. So if you're around, please come to the trivia night. It's free. We have some food, drinks, and fun prizes. Oh, and then, what's it? Don't look at this yet. No.
Old fashioned.
So, yes, so I don't have a flyer or anything for that, but I wanted to go ahead and just talk about this event a little bit. We're talking about doing an old-fashioned Christmas event on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So it's the same day as our holiday market, but this event's going to be in the evening. So our holiday market ends at 4 o'clock, and we're talking about starting this one from 5 to 7. Be up here around Town Hall. We're going to try to do, if we can find it or even afford it, to actually get a horse-drawn carriage to do hay rides with. Do old-fashioned caroling, so we're going to try to talk to some church choirs or get some volunteers. May ask you about some cloaks. Your eyes
Some
that way.
cloaks.
Oh, some cloaks.
Yeah, or if anybody knows.
Well, you
someone
still
that
have the
would
Mrs.
fly.
Claus outfit that I made.
Oh,
right?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
We have that, and Karen will hopefully do it again this year.
Guys, Sean, I think you could reach out to Lee's McCrae Theater and
Yeah.
get cloaks
Yes, the theaters.
or outfits or
Mhm.
old-fashioned whatever's.
They have a whole room
They have a whole
full
room.
of.
Yeah, they have a.
They just had Christmas, the thing,
Okay.
the Christmas.
Last weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
How well did that go over?
I didn't go there to it.
There was a lot of people.
There
It was
were.
almost full. There was a lot of people.
That's good.
They've been promoting that for a long time.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
woman in
it's
that
good.
sweater in the middle of July.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. The only other thing I know that is coming up that night, or,
On trivia night.
no, on the Old Fashioned Christmas
Okay.
night, is, Beach Mountain Bourbon Society is doing bourbon and bluegrass down at Frazier's. So, but this will be, I don't think it'll be more family oriented, so just to give you a heads up on
Not with the blue.
that.
And then also with that, the globe or the snow globe that'll be out front, we'll kind of do the lighting ceremony instead of the tree. So we'll use the snow globe. We encourage people to take pictures. We'll use our Smoke Mug account so we can actually take a picture and upload it. So if people want to go online and get the photo, they can purchase it from them if they have to. So just something new, different, kind of get everybody in the mood for Christmas season. And yeah, so I think it'd be pretty neat. We'll have hot chocolate, everything out. So really with this event, we're going to look at dropping the Yule log event. That one, so we've had just problem after problem, whether we can just not even get a fire started. I mean, there's
for Survivor, okay, Sean?
You need those Eagle Scouts.
Yeah, pretty much so we can stop the wind, though. That's been our problem.
Are we gonna have a bonfire at that one too, though, at the old-fashioned Christmas?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So that's when we would take over and do the marshmallows as far as, 5 to 7. for
But if
the-
you have it up here, Sean, where would you have a bonfire?
So everything will be over here at the, and we've got.
I mean, a I
No,
saw
no,
the,
Not
I-
like on the ground.
right,
Yeah,
okay,
fire pit.
a fire pit, yeah, I saw that the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah, we'll do something to keep it contained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, I don't wanna come home to the mountain.
No, please,
So
I'm
that's-
going away too, I need to come back to it.
That's it for the upcoming events, and then obviously the holiday market in November, but we'll talk about that more in October.
Okay, so Emerald Outback map.
Yes. So Kelly was asking about that. Here is, so the map is definitely nowhere near ready to go out yet. However, the reason I was going to show this to you is we have GPS all the trails. So this is a much more accurate representation of what is
awesome.
out there. We're missing one trail, and it's a very small one that we can go knock out pretty quickly, but this is, so Kate and I kind of went out just with different apps on our phones, tracked it, and then we can send it to Whitney at Public Works, and she's been taking what our GPS says, and then turned it actually into trails, and seeing this, before Preston did a kind of overlay, let me see what it looked like from this account versus, I guess, what the trails used to say, and this is way better. The old trails just were completely wrong. So what I was hoping to have for you today was actually kind of this view and then also an aerial view, just so you can kind of see what the actual road, what an actual picture would look like of the trails. And that's something that you guys can decide which map version you'd like to go with. But then our goal is to, once we have all the trails done, obviously we'll have the mileage for each trail, what the colors are, because the colors aren't correct for the blaze marks, but that's an easy correction to do. But then at the big intersections where we're going to have the "you are here," and that's where all those maps are going to be placed
That
out.
would be helpful.
That would be very
It's
helpful.
going to make things a whole lot smoother, I do hope. And cost-wise, one of those signs should be about $50.
Okay.
$50 to $80 is what I'm, just fun past experiences that we've bought these signs. So that's going to be.
I like the effect that the topo lines give on there.
Is there a way, I mean, I go out and I love the trail, and when you go out for it, I want to do 4 miles or 4.5 today. Is there a way that you can say, go this route, this route, this route, this route, and you get 4.5, or this one, this one, this one, and you get 3.5 or 3? Is there a way to do that? I mean, there are people that go out there and go, I only want to do 3, or,
So there'll be a legend on the map, and it'll have, what the mileage is for each trail. So if somebody wants to take the time and kind of map it out themselves, then add it up, that'd be the best thing.
well, I know we did the whole outline, it was 4.6.
And again, if you remember the last video I was talking about, we're still wanting to do a Facebook page specifically for the Emerald Outback. There'd be stuff on there of little tidbits like that, like, hey, here's the suggested bike route. To me, I'd rather go a certain direction on jackalopes than another. And so, I mean, for bikers that might be a little bit better, or for hikers.
Okay.
And that's where I think users can get on there and add in their own information, which is really neat.
But Facebook isn't up and running yet.
No, I didn't want to do that until we have a map.
Did you reserve the name?
Well, no, but, I mean, Emerald Outback Trails should be
You'll be
correct.
able to do something.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any apps out there, trail apps to make it out.
There are, definitely.
There's tons.
It would be something,
Yeah.
because I always just take pictures of those signs and keep that on my phone, but that would be a good way to, put in the mileage, and you can pull it up on the map and do it that way.
There's, well, like I said, there's a lot of them, and actually some of the problems that we have found with looking through them. So if you were to look up Emerald Outback on All Trails app,
Mhm.
there's a lot of incorrect information in it. There's there's a trail that doesn't even exist that's listed. And it's just because, it's like Wikipedia, anybody can add to it.
Gotcha.
And that, so there's a Beach Mountain loop that's on the Emerald Outback that doesn't exist.
Okay.
But unfortunately, once it's up there,
It would be nice to maybe add this to our Beach Mountain map too. And
yeah, once this
create
is
it.
really done, the
Yeah.
pamphlet that like the chamber has, this is all going to change.
Okay.
So when they print out that, that's the map that they're going to get,
Yeah, but I
not,
can see.
not the version that they have now, which is, yeah, it's
Okay.
not right.
The only thing, because I was on Oz for the Enduro, I had about probably 10 people trying to hike in Emerald Outback during the bike race. And so, you know, I was trying to start people at the same time talk to these folks. So I think we need to do a better job of making sure that the visitor center, or we have signage up for the week prior, that the trails will be closed due to the mountain bike race and will open back up after, 4 o'clock. So that was the only kind of, I didn't really know, I did not want them on the trails with mountain bikes. So they ended up turning around and hiking out, and I sent them down to Upper Pond Creek. Because I thought that would be a nice alternative, So we probably need to do a better job of communicating that so people don't get out there. Because somebody get hit by a mountain bike, that's not going to be a good thing. Okay. Okey doke. So let's do rounds.
I don't have anything.
Do you have anything?
Me neither.
I'm doing a guided hike next Thursday on Smoke Tree Trail. If
Okay.
anybody would like to join me,
Okay.
I'm
What day?
studying my trees next Thursday, the 18th, I think it is.
Okay.
17th,
And that's at what time, 9?
10 o'clock,
And where do you meet?
Buckeye. And that is it for me. The Kite Fest was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody.
Just
Had
for you.
a great time.
Good
And
win.
thoroughly enjoyed volunteering.
This doesn't involve us, but all this across the street, is that what
Oz.
Oz,
Yeah.
is that what
That's
was
Oz.
up at the top last year?
There's still stuff at the top too.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's-
was at the pavilion? Didn't we
Is
have
this-
a
is
ball
that-
at the pavilion last
The
year?
thing
the
that
eye-
happened
yeah,
last
Oswald
year is
took
still
that.
up there. This is just an extra.
This is all town of Beach Mountain over here, correct?
No, that's all.
That's all Oz? Because the chamber was calling me to volunteer.
But that's because the
That always
chamber,
happens. They always
Oh.
do.
Where's the ball gonna be this year?
The ball is
The
down.
Oswald's at the rec center.
Okay, because I was saying the pavilion doesn't have that.
no, the Osball is at the pavilion at the club.
No.
That
No.
moved?
It's not?
It's too big?
They just took the pool, they're taking
They
the
just
pool house
tore it
down
down.
and there's.
Oh,
the pool
well,
house
it's
is
a good
coming
thing
down,
because
but
I'm
that's where the
volunteering,
septic
so.
And the electric comes through.
Don't hit the wrong spot.
There's no
I
power,
would've
no
gone-
toilets.
You'd
up
show
there.
up and nobody else would
I
be there.
should have shown
And
up.
I did have one other extra thing. October 3rd is Locals Night at Oz. So it's the Locals Night. We meet at Brick Evan. It's just for Beach Mountain peeps if you want to go up. It's the Journey with Dorothy style tour.
Awesome.
And it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to meet other people in the community and be able to go up to Oz and kind of experience what people experience in the summertime, not what autumn in Oz is. And that's
I got
October
it on my.
3rd.
At what time?
There are 2 shows, 6:30, I think, and 7:30 is the plan.
And Jen
I
is
will
doing-
go back. Bernie does need volunteers because he told me it's kind of like being an ambassador over there. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And he said, you really don't, I'm volunteering, he said, you really don't have to do much but walk around, give people directions or answer questions or whatever, but
Where is this, straddle, I'm sorry.
this, right across the street.
Right.
Or maybe help people get on the bus or whatever. He said that's what it is now. We don't do tickets, we don't do wristbands or any of that
So
stuff.
just for information, are they people parking here or parking at Ski Beach?
That, I don't know. Maybe they're parking on that field,
Parking up here.
on that
Everybody?
field.
The whole thing?
That's the plan.
Well, Ski Beach is open.
They're not sold out Friday.
Yeah,
Ski Beach is open now for the 3 till what, the 5th or the
12.
12th? Friday, Saturday, and Sundays for biking and the bars and everything. Smart move.
It's gonna be a busy weekend.
It's gonna be interesting to see who goes down to take the lift versus taking the bus.
Yeah.
So they're still riding the lift people if they want to Oz, just to let us know, you know?
Well, I don't
No,
really
it's all
know.
buses.
I mean,
It's still
No, it's
bus-
still the buses only?
But you can go buy
a lift ticket.
a lift ticket if you wanted to and go up that way.
And not sending the line, I guess.
Yeah.
okey doke.
I've got two things before we close. Next Tuesday at the council meeting, if anybody can be there to help support, I won't be here, but Kate is going to be there just to present an item. So we've received our bids for the Lower Palm Creek Boardwalk, and so we've got a company that we're going to recommend. So they actually weren't the very lowest bid, but they were actually the only properly responsive bid. So.
Is it someone that's done the work here before or not?
Nope, they're not, they've never done work here. They've done work very close to us, and then also one of their highly recommendations came from the NC State Park, people who were giving us the grant. They didn't work with them, they weren't saying you have to use them. They just said, we've used them before and they're great. So that wasn't the big deciding factor, but I mean, the biggest one was they were the only responsive bid, and there's only $800 difference between the two. But
Responsive.
And how much is the bid?
their bid was just over 38,000.
And does that include fixing Lower Palm Creek Trail where we need the
Yes,
bridge and
just the
everything?
boardwalk for that section.
Is it the boardwalk going around that difficult spot or the boardwalk at the bottom?
No, yes, in the middle of the trail where the
Okay,
rip is, that
right.
section,
Okay.
yes.
And I suppose we did not get the grant for Shane in
Oh, no.
We have
August.
not heard it.
We haven't heard yet.
Yes,
Okay.
so that will come out.
I like that we haven't
probably
heard and
in
not know.
September.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I did meet with Judy Francis and then one of the board members. She's new to the board, to the park board, but she came up a couple weeks ago just to see the park and learn a little bit more about it. And she's a local, she's from Bethel. So she's really excited to see it and hear more about it. So
Oh, good.
I think that went really well, and Judy just talked the program or the project up a lot for us, so that's positive things, so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's not just a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can see what we're wanting and what our goals are, so that's good. And then just another random, or not random, but another event that we're going to look at for the winter time. I do not have all the details just yet, but we're going to move forward with, is a rail jam. So for skiers and snowboarders, they'll be on the sled hill, so we're just trying to pick the right date, and then see if we can work out with one of the snowboard shops that's wanting to help sponsor. That's kind of what we're waiting on right now, is to hear back from them. So Kelly came and met with Kate and I and Marissa the other day, just started getting some of the details together. So I think it'll be really fun. We're looking at doing a clinic during the day, kind of cap it about 14 people, just so they can learn a little. But then at nighttime, anybody who's registering can start. So we want to have some food trucks. Everybody kind of set up in the parking lot at Town Hall. Probably it'll be a nighttime event, so we'll have lights out and DJ. So I think it'll be really fun, and it kind of hits that Asian
What's the
market.
date of this?
We do not have a date yet.
What's the idea of a date?
We're hoping February.
Before it
They
gets
were trying to
mushy.
push us to do right after Thanksgiving, but the weather is just too
Yeah,
iffy.
just don't know what's gonna happen.
It's, yeah.
You know,
They're coming in
So,
skateboarding.
What y'all also thinking about the Friday Martin Luther King weekend?
We had talked about the Friday of MLK. The sponsor though said if that's the time, he said, we can't be there. And he's got a lot of his staff that are going to be a big help. They know how to set a lot of this up. I think we'll get a couple other people who can help us with this, but at the same time, they can do some DJ work for us. They'll be our judges, so we need to have those type of people
And they're,
involved. So.
they're the draw.
And
If
they're a
they
big
put their
draw.
name on it, then
people will
people
come.
will come.
Yeah, the
And-
pros come.
So are they gonna be able to supply us with the rails and, because David was looking, I had him look through some of that, and he said to fabricate some of that stuff would be very expensive.
Yeah. That's what we're looking into right now. is.
You know,
have
and I mean,
make
you
them,
know, he's a welder by trade. He
Yeah.
probably could build it, but I mean, you know, so we
We
just
have
need,
several people that we can contact that we hopefully can, at a discount, be able to create these. But once they're created, then they're available every year. So it's that,
so it's that one-time big bang.
I think too, I mean, if this goes ahead, we could still ask the resort. You never know. You
Yeah.
know, maybe if we get the sponsor that we get, they'll put their name on it and provide a rail to be able to have Beach Mountain Resort logo.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still a possibility. They've never been very forthcoming the other times we've tried to do it, but, you know, maybe this year could be different.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll make them and put Town of Beach Mountain logos on them, store them and bring them out. We're doing a beginner, intermediate, and advanced rail. So the beginner would be just a juice box. And we're even talking about just burying a picnic table, and they can just ride over the picnic table. And then you would have to build the 2 rails, is what we were thinking.
So,
Where are you storing this stuff?
We would keep this as Lake Coffee.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
there's enough stuff down at the rec center.
And luckily, a rail, it's long, and it's just not very wide.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah.
take up a whole lot of room for
Yeah.
that. And then you can keep a lot of that stuff around the side of Lake Coffee.
And the other part would be that the sledding hill would not close completely. We would have it on one side of the sledding hill to keep the other side still open that Friday for people to be able to sled on. So we're not closing the sledding hill.
Sounds
I won't be here October the 3rd unless the hurricane knocks out
Yeah.
where I'm gonna
That's
be.
me. I may or may not be here.
I may or may not.
I may
I
be.
probably will not be, but hopefully I can be away.
We still have the call-in thing ready, so y'all can call.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can do that, it's like a 3-hour time change. You call me at 5 in the morning. I was-
Okay,
Oh,
we're,
One other thing, I was gonna just tell everybody, I will be gone next Tuesday through the 19th.
okay,
I'm on a little vacation next week, and then the following week, I will be at the North Carolina, South Carolina Joint Rec Conference.
good job.
And I'll be down presenting mountain bike economic impact, actually.
You're gonna show that film?
I hope I'm not filmed, but.
No, that film.
Oh, if they would let me, I could. I'm working.
I say, show that bicycle, show
Yeah.
Patrick and you biking on that North Carolina
So it's
magazine.
Dr. Melissa Weddle, she's a professor at ASU, and then Christian Jackson, he's a trail boss and also a professor at ASU in the rec department. And another gentleman, I don't know who he is, but he's coming in from Ohio, and then myself. So if they let me show it, I'll put it in the slideshow. Yeah,
Sounds good.
so we need.
Okay, the one thing that I wanted to talk about was, and I don't, I don't know, about a week ago, Sean sent out a marked copy of what the planning committee had suggested changes to the park and rec. And I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look through that documentation.
I just
Didn't
sent
get
that to you, Rory, and Fred, because
I didn't
that
do
was the 3 that was on the basic committee.
Okay.
To let you guys kind of look at it.
Okay, well, I looked at it, and for the most part, I thought the changes were fine. There were some things that I was concerned about. For one thing, we need to get with Beach Mountain Resort, and for their section, they need to help us rewrite that, because really, the section that is in our comprehensive plan was written a long time ago when they were just a ski resort. So, I think Talia or someone down there really needs to expand that out, so they're trying to be more of a four-season type thing and put their amenities on there. The other thing that I wanted to say was, I was not disturbed, but I was surprised to see that committee feels like the Park and Rec, that we don't do enough events that are non-athletic. And so what I would really like to do is get with those guys and do some gap analysis to see where we have gaps between what they think we need to be doing. And I mean, as I told Pete in my email to him, we're always open for suggestions, whatever. But I think we do a good mix of the athletic with things for families, and so I just like to kind of.
There's 9
Just look at
items
the
right
9
here.
items right there. None of them have to do with athletics.
So I just kind of think, but
Hey, you guys still like a pull up of, yeah.
Madam Chairman, can I ask, I think some of, when you talk to the planning board group, keep in mind that I don't think necessarily it's planning board's ideas. We did a comprehensive plan survey, and they're using information off that survey. What people said they wanted. See what I'm saying? So it's
Okay.
not necessarily coming from what Pete and his 5 helpers want.
Okay.
They're using the comprehensive plan survey.
Communication is always the
So that's why y'all might want to think about doing a more detailed survey.
to get a root
I just
analysis,
want to clarify that because that did not originate with them.
it originated from the survey.
Exactly, yeah.
Maybe it's how the survey asked the questions and the people weren't aware of these like 8 items that are on here that are.
I know, but they're all in October.
Exactly.
And
That's true.
a lot of people are gone in October. I mean, I think we do a good job of doing, an intermix of things, but maybe we need to look at what we provide in June, July, and August, because a lot of that is outdoor recreation, but that's why most people are here, is for out, but there are people who, like the Owl Night, I mean, she had a great turnout for that. Maybe we need to look at maybe a few more things in the summer, because of course we're going to be loaded heavy in the winter. We don't go outside as much.
That's how we are going to get the summer people to join that Buckeye.
Right.
Many of them say, well, I'm not going to go down there and do that. And so you can come pay by the day, you can come
Yeah.
pay by the event, whatever. But I
Yeah.
still think the more we have, the more we're going to get them to come around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what we had this summer. That was-
Sip and paint.
We did sip and paint.
We did a sip and paint.
Outdoor programs, and then 4th of July, the family
Yeah.
event. Other than that, we've been Cooler 5 and Sparkler the same day,
Mhm.
4th of July, and then that was it for the runs.
So it may be,
Or the mud run, just.
what I'd like to suggest for the Parks and Rec Committee is for us to get a list of all the activities that we did in 2019. And in December, do a analysis of, if we have numbers about attendance or something like that, let's go through that and look at that and see, is there some other thing is there some events that we're not getting large participation in that we could drop and take that money and use it for something at a different time? So I think if we could get that list with the dates on it and come in here and kind of have a working session, in the January timeframe and kind of set our event calendar for the year, kind of pencil it in, so.
Can I make a recommendation? Let's do this in October. The reason being, the visitor, or TDA puts out their rack card for the next year's events. They have
That's
to
a
have
good
all that
idea.
information, I
By
think, the
December
middle part
1st.
of November, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
So if we can
okay,
do- so
that's
what I
great
can do, though,
information.
I mean, we're
Okay.
only talking about a few events of December, so I can pull 2018 December events and the holiday market as well, so I can get that jump started to get everything in by
Okay,
October.
let's do that in
Maybe if you
October.
get a chance, that binder that you gave me, if you can make one of those, I'll bring mine.
I was gonna say, you just bring that.
I've got a whole binder that's got every single event in it,
Yeah.
so I can bring that in
We all
October.
have the ones from previous years. We might be able to even go back and get some good ideas from,
Yeah.
I mean,
Now,
I have one from about
the
4
binder
years
we
ago.
gave, it was events that we have done, are doing, so there's we did
But you also have to consider in the summer, they need staff for running day camp and all the other stuff, so it runs them real thin, so we have to be real careful.
And you're competing with the club, the resort.
But we have to be
Hampton,
real careful
everything else
because
that's
we
going
need a
on.
lot of volunteers.
Yeah, any volunteers or things.
One of the most popular events that the club has is that lunch and learn. And just like any of the learning things seem to be very full. You know, the owl night, this
And-
journal thing.
And just Jim Brooks and Fred had a lecture at the
Yeah,
library.
they did.
Amazing.
It was amazing. They had to get seats from everywhere and it was packed. This was this past
Tuesday.
Tuesday night. I get all the days are together. And it was really good. And if they did the exact same thing, they limited it to 1 hour, the speech.
That's
And
tough for
they-
them.
I was surprised it wasn't so tough.
Okay,
And
good.
they just did the beginning of, the Historical Society is thinking of doing this too, of having and learn.
But yours would be a history, more
Well,
on history.
theirs was more history like the other night too. It was from
It
the,
was taped, so if anybody
yeah, we
wants to
taped
watch
I would
it.
love to
yes.
see
We
it.
taped it.
Okay.
So,
I think that's just a big open, right now that is very, very strong in our group of people that live on Beach Mountain. They really want to continue learning.
Okay, so October, we're gonna get a
Let's
list.
present
just
it.
have a workshop.
Yeah, we all come with
Not-
ideas and go through the binder and look at what we've done and what we thought might work this
And
time.
bring
maybe.
the
And bring new ideas if you have any.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Susie
New
could do a thing on
non-athletic
flowers
ideas.
on the mountain. You know, she could do a lunch and learn
But some
or
people can't go
a sip and
out
learn.
there. Wildflower walks, some people cannot do that.
yeah.
Get worried
Anything
if
that
you
involves
hear
mobility is
It's-
very hard on this mountain for some people.
Yeah.
That's that gap, and that's that thing you were just talking about, non-sports oriented. And walking is unfortunately a sport.
We did have the Watauga County agricultural person come a couple different years at Buckeye, many years back, and did a presentation on wildflowers and what seeds to throw out and that
See,
kind
I
of
think
stuff.
they'd love
But
something like
That's an
that.
inside thing. That might be, it's not a wildflower walk, or maybe even after it, you could walk outside or something for people that wanted to walk around the trail. But we did that probably 10 years ago, twice, but we got somebody from Watauga County Extension,
Yeah,
Okay,
Or-
well,
just
you
an
know,
idea.
just everybody go home and think about it. So in October, when we come together with the list, I think that needs to be kind of the core of our meeting in October.
That's
So we
October
can,
3rd, correct?
yes,
I won't be, are we gonna do that or just do it at another separate workshop?
that is for you all to, I'm here all October, so.
I mean,
No,
October,
you're not.
I am of October.
The end of October. You're not, you said you were gonna be away?
No, just these 2
September.
weeks. September.
Oh,
I'm here
okay.
all of October.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't
So-
go anywhere.
I
so
say we
is
just do
it,
it on the 3rd.
Yeah, I think we do it on the 3rd.
I think, yeah,
I'll be
everybody's got.
calling in.
Okay.
And if you want, just email your ideas, so we have it.
And I probably will be calling in if I have a home
Is it
school
gonna go
left.
You will.
So anyhow, good discussion. I think this will really help me. I'm planning on going, actually, the planning committee has a meeting on 9/24.
Is it 9/24, 9/25?
I wrote it down
That's
as
the 24th is a
9/24.
Tuesday, the 25th is a Wednesday.
All right. We're working on the postcard, that's why I was thinking it was the 25th, but I'm not sure.
24. And I thought, and so if anyone from the Park and Rec would like to attend that meeting, that'd be great.
What day was that again?
9/24.
9/24.
And what time?
They are having a comprehensive plan meeting on the 25th,
Yeah.
but the board meets officially on the 24th.
Or that, okay. So I would just, can we send that document to
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah.
Well, we
Already
got
that.
one already, but it wasn't marked up the same way.
I think the one I first sent you, it was not too long after Preston sent me a revised copy.
And the markup was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
send
printed it and used it as my guide because it has the changes on
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna send it out
And-
to all of you.
What time is the planning board meeting?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
And then the one on Wednesday is like, they're gonna send out postcards, because it's for everybody to come and give their input. And that starts at, I think
What day
it's
is that
3.
one?
Next day, 25th.
I can't keep up.
It's 4, it goes from
I'm
4
sorry.
to 5 and 4 to 6.
Okay.
4 PM.
Good.
25th.
Don't be messing with mornings on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
There you go.
It's tennis and pickleball.
No,
Okay.
it's workout and tennis.
And the part about reaching out to Talia or to rewrite the beach fountain fees.
I can do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
You
I
do
was
it.
gonna
You take
say,
care of it.
we both.
okay.
You do that, I'll stay on the, what do you want for dinner?
So,
I have to go over there this
any-
afternoon.
Yeah.
any comments or questions from the audience?
Well, one comment, Sean will meet after this about a couple of things, but one thing's gonna come up. I think Carol wants to say something about a blood drive about a month or so ago.
Yes.
We've got some contacts, but I need to get with Sean, and we'll call this morning and see what dates we have available, and maybe try to get one.
Thank you for remembering that.
So, we forget something, we're trying not to get it.
I just, every time I see that bus somewhere, I go, why don't we have one up here?
We've got 2 contacts, but we haven't set anything up yet, so we'll see what times.
But a long time ago, I haven't seen, that was that health fair thing.
Oh,
we used to have a blood
We do have flu
Like,
shots,
way-
October
That's all.
16th,
Yep.
from 10 to 2 here at Town Hall. Just bring your shirt.
Say that one more time.
Flu shot,
Oh, yeah, I saw that, that's good.
and that's gonna be going out in the utility bill too.
And I'll tell you what, last year, they ran out of flu shots in this area by November 1. I went to get mine and they said, sorry, we're out. So,
This year, we're doing it through the Avery County Health Department. The last 2 years, we kind of did it through Walmart, and they changed people, but I think the health department has a wide range of services than Walmart does anyway, so I'm glad we're doing it through the health department.
last year it was really serious. I mean, I know a couple that unfortunately passed away from it in Boone. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
Get your shots.
Okay,
Tell my husband.
anything
He's not
else?
listening.
Do I hear a motion?
I have motion to adjourn.
I said, I,
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
You can stay, Will, if you want to. Hang out, Will.
All right, so you're
Turn
gonna
your
send me that, because I have to meet
Really,
Terry.
every time I say
Yeah,
anything,
yeah, and, I'll
My
go
brother,
over my
that's
nephew.